Hey, what's going on? In this video, I'm going to be sort of unboxing all the parts I got for the Tide car for the lighting on the car. Everything sort of needs to be custom done, so I'm going to explain how I'm going to do each part, the headlights, turn signals, all that stuff. I've got all of it pretty much ready to go as far as the lighting goes on the car. Once I put all this stuff on, it'll be done as far as lights. So I'm not really going to say too much about it in the intro because the video is pretty much self-explanatory. So let's just get right into it. All right, so for the headlights, I got these right here. These are 7-inch Nightlights. They're essentially like spot lamps, but they come with the mounting hardware here. And they have small brackets and tall brackets, but I got a place on the car I think they could go that they'll fit really nicely. But I got two of these obviously for the front headlights. And I'll show you guys where I'm going to mount those up. I think it's going to be in a pretty good spot as long as I can get under there and get them mounted all right. But these, they're not the fog lamps, they're like the spot lamps. So they have a pretty focused beam and I think they're going to do really well as headlights. I got the whole wiring harness for the headlights. It's all like self-contained, just run the entire thing. That should make it a lot easier to install, I think, rather than having to do all the wiring myself. Should make it pretty easy. Okay, now for the stop lights, I had toyed with the idea of actually cutting out the sides here and here and putting actual Ford Thunderbird taillights in there, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to freaking hack up the whole back of the car. Would be absolutely terrible. So a few other ideas I toyed with, just putting in like round like trailer lights, but I thought that looked pretty boring. So what I ended up settling on was, I don't know if you see on the back of like pickup trucks, they have these big long strips like this, LED strips. And so I figured I could put this thing across the back of the car, put the whole thing up and across, not that low, but all the way up at the top right here. And then it's kind of like minimally invasive and it should be pretty easy to wire up because everything is self-contained. It all hooks up to like a trailer harness right here. So I got a trailer harness extension that I can take all the way up to the front of the car that I can then wire to a switch that I've got over there. I figured that'd be the easiest solution for doing the brake lights instead of having to wire everything up separately and, you know, build the whole thing, and it's just gonna be much easier this way. And I think it'll look pretty cool too. Should be pretty easy to wire up and all that stuff. And then I've got a 25-foot harness here. And this should allow me to take this whole thing and put it all up to the front of the car. And then if this light bar ever goes out, it'll be super duper easy to replace. I just have to unplug it and take it off, put it back on. Now, to mount that all up, I don't know if you saw in the back of the car, this thing's like kind of wide, and the sticky stuff back here I don't have a whole lot of confidence in. So what I did was I went and got, these are kind of like mirror holders, and I don't know how well these are gonna hold up. But I think they'll probably do the trick, and I won't have to do anything to the car but drill a few holes here and there. And they're clear so you can't even really see them. And I think I have to put like a washer back here to sort of make it flush with the car, and then put some bolts in there with lock nuts, nylon lock nuts on them. So I've got right here. I think it should hold it pretty well, and without really making too much of a mess of the back of the car, because I kind of want to keep it preserved. I mean, obviously I can't keep it totally preserved. I got to attach this stuff to it somehow. But I think this is going to be the least destructive way of doing it. Okay, now for the rest of the lighting on the car, got a bunch of stuff here. I have relays with little plug-in harnesses, and they have the blade fuses on them already. And I also got a big container of fuses that actually I think they're better quality than these are. These look kind of cheap. I mean, it doesn't really matter. Fuses are fuses, I guess. But I've got, if I need to change the values on any of them, because these look like they're, what, 30 amp fuses? Which is probably going to be a little big for those neon, or those LED lights. But I might not even really need these because it's drawing so little amperage. But I figured I'd get them just in case, and maybe I could use them for other things down the road. Who knows? And then I've got these, which are, these actually, they put them on trailers. Truck trailers, and they are 3/4 inch marker lights that are smoked and they're amber, but they look like just these little black dots essentially, which I think is going to be awesome because they'll kind of keep a low profile until they're flashing. I figure if I mix them in with some of the sponsorship stickers on the corners, that I can get them pretty well hidden in there, so they'll be out of sight until you see them flashing. So these smoke signals, they already have a grommet just like that, so all I have to do is just drill a hole that size. And I'm thinking if I put it somewhere around here, like within the stickers somewhere, maybe like down by the crane cams right there, maybe right up here. I think it'd be kind of hard to spot that from far away. You wouldn't really think anything of it until that thing started flashing. I mean, maybe even up here, you wouldn't even hardly notice it. In the O for Moog. No, but I'll figure out a place somewhere in here where it's not going to really stand out all that much. Because one of the things I really wanted to do with this car was sort of keep it looking as NASCAR-y as possible. Like not be able to really tell that it's even a street car, but still have all that stuff on there. So we got 2 sets of those for the front 2 corners and the back, either 2 corners, or I'm gonna put them on the sides underneath the car so that it will light underneath the car amber on whatever side I'm turning. The reason I might do that is because I don't think I actually need an amber turn signal on the corner on the back, because I'm gonna have this long LED light strip that's gonna be lighting up the corners sort of anyway. Next thing I got is something that the officer also told me, the state police also told me I was gonna need, and that was license plate lights. A couple LEDs, these should be pretty easy to wire in. Just gotta drill a couple of holes above the license plate, stick these in there, bolt them down, and I mean, things should be good to go. Might get some nylon locking nuts for this, just so that I don't have to ever worry about them backing out. But other than that, I mean, this should be really simple. I'm probably gonna wire this all to the auxiliary switch, or the back switch on the switch panel. You guys saw that in the last video. Then also we have this right here, which is a flasher to be able to build the circuit for the turn signals and the hazard lights. And then I also got, which is another thing I'm gonna need, a brake light switch. So this is always on. When you have it when you have it pushed in, it's always off, and then when the pedal goes down toward the floor, it lets off on this button and completes the circuit. So I'm going to wire this in from the brake pedal, and I've got a good place I can attach this to. It's got to go and get connected to this bad boy right here. And this is one of those old hot rod multifunction switches that has this screw clamp here, and the screw clamp goes around like that, and then the steering column's right here, and so it just straps to the steering column right behind the steering wheel, and then I have full on click, click, turn signals. Just gotta figure out, because this didn't come with any real, I mean, it did come with the, I guess it tells you where everything goes right there. Yeah, didn't have instructions inside the box, but oh, like an idiot. Maybe I should have looked at the box, huh? Yeah, this is gonna mount probably about like right here, somewhere where I can't really hit my leg on it, getting in and out of the car. I don't know, I think it's gonna do pretty well right there. And this is something I didn't really have to be street legal, but I wanted it because it is such a pain to back this car. You have no idea, I can't see anything out of it. And that is a rear view mirror. I bought this on Amazon. It was only 20 bucks. I couldn't believe it. And I got it to the house. The guy made me sign for it, which was kind of weird. But it looks like it's actually, for $20, it looks like it's pretty good quality. So I'm pretty impressed with it. So, but, you know, obviously it comes with all the mounting hardware and everything to be able to put it on the car. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put it yet or how I'm going to mount it to the side of the car. But, you know, obviously it's got to go on there because it drives me nuts backing that thing up, not being able to see out of it. And that's it for this video. Next video, we're going to be installing the headlights on the car, which was a real adventure. So I'm actually going to get started editing that right now, and that'll be the next one. Thank you so much for watching my videos. If you enjoy them, please subscribe, and take care, and I will see you next time.